Welcome back to Mystical Heart Tarot readings. This is an update on Little Missing Serenity Dennard, as seen through the eyes of a stranger with the help of Spirit. I have quite a few questions that was given to me, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first question that was given to me was what was taken from Serenity's room. Apparently the next day her room was cleaned out. So what was taken from her room? And I've got cold chills right now. So, the first card we have is the Strength card. Could be somebody under the sign of Leo, and yes, there is a Leo. Two Leos. So this might be telling me who took the stuff out of the room. At least the first card might be. If it's not, I'm going to look at this card and say possibly maybe some baby dolls, stuffed animals of some sort. The next card I get is the Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords, I would say there was some sort of toy, possibly. I don't know if she had a phone. I don't know if she had access to a phone or some sort of device that communicated. And Swords is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And the next two cards are both wands. The first one is the Two in the reverse position. And the last one is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight with his wand that's lit. So possibly one or two lamps that may have meant something to her. I don't think I need to clarify these cards. I think they speak for themselves. So here, like I said, I feel like maybe this is either telling us who took the stuff, or it's telling us she had stuffed animals and baby dolls. This card, the Five of Swords, is telling us she had something either she was able to communicate with, or something, you know, sometimes baby dolls talk, sometimes stuffed animals make noises, some form of communication, a toy with a form of communication, or possibly a telephone. And then we have the possibility of two lamps that she may have been attached to. So hopefully that answered your question. I have no idea. I have zero idea what she had in her room. No clue whatsoever. But I'll tell you now, I've got goosebumps. So the next question I probably won't clarify either, because it's we're asking the next couple of questions is we're asking about people, and I usually don't have to clarify when we're asking about people. So the first question that I'm asking is, who turned their back on Serenity? Anybody else, Spirit? Thank you. So just so you know ahead of time, I don't have the astrology signs for everybody in Serenity Circle. Now when I say Serenity Circle, she had a social worker, there was the director of the children's home, and of course there was law enforcement. So I don't have the astrology signs of those people. So because I've got the death card, I'm going to come over here first, because it is specific to a sign, and it's a sign that I don't see. This sign is not amongst the signs that I have a list of, and it's the sign of Scorpio, and I don't see anybody on that list. So the first card is the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There are, let's see here, there's a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I have at least 2 to 3 that fall under that category. And then the next card is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles being Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Serenity herself is Taurus. But there are others that fall under this sign. The 3 signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, there are some that fall under that. The next one is the 9 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I don't see anybody under those signs. Not saying that there's not. As I said, this one is definitely Scorpio. There are people, like I said, in her circle that I don't have their signs. So these 2 cards could represent somebody that I don't have their sign, that are still in her circle. I say in her circle, that's people that's involved in the case. Whether it was the social worker, the director of the home, or law enforcement. And now the next question I may end up getting a similar response to, because as I said, there are some people I don't have their signs. And the next question is, who was paid to keep quiet? Anybody else, Spirit? Anybody else paid to keep quiet? So, the first card, the Empress, we don't have an astrology sign assigned to it. This could be the Empress could be related to the social worker, or this could be a mother. However, in Serenity's circumstances, she had her birth mother, she had an adopted mother, and she had a stepmother. The next card is Pentacles. That's somebody under the sign of Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And then next to that we have the Hierophant, which is strictly the sign of Taurus. Let me back up to the Capricorn. To the Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So we're not... Just keep in mind, Serenity is Taurus. This could represent one or all three mothers. Or the social worker. This, we're looking at Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, so we're looking at stepdad, adopted dad, adopted dad's mother, her adopted grandmother, paternal grandmother, birth dad, and last we have stepmother's stepdad. And like I said, we have Taurus here. We're looking at stepdad and adoptive dad. This Three of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So the only one that I have is stepmother's sister. And that would go for this one as well, because they're both under the Sign of Swords. So, we could also be looking at a social worker, a director, and law enforcement, because I don't have their astrology signs. So keep that in mind. I'm not sure I can get an answer for this question. But I'll give it a try. Locations are hard to determine with the cards. I will say that. Locations are difficult to determine. Where is the person now that was paid to stay quiet? Where is the person now that was paid to stay quiet? Like I said, coming up with a location. We have the Six of Pentacles. It's in reverse. Pentacles being Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. That could be Pentacles. Could be a home. The home she went missing from. It could be a police station. It could be somebody else's home. Possibly. The Three of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I think I already said that, but I'll say it again. Could also be church too. Keep that in mind. Three of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. At the heart of the matter. I just heard that. At the heart of the matter. The Devil represents Capricorn. And I think I just said who Capricorn was on that last question. And then the last one we have is the Eight of Swords. Maybe somebody's locked up in jail for unrelated charges. I don't know. That's what this could be. We'll clarify these. And see what we get. So the Pentacles we're going to clarify. And it gets clarified with the Five of Pentacles. Now, when I see that, I think of church. Stained glass in church. Could be somebody that goes to church. Three of Swords. The Emperor. Somebody under the sign of Aries. Do we have an Aries? We do not have an Aries on our list, so this could be somebody. We are clarifying the swords with the Aries card. The Emperor. So the Emperor is somebody that could be in a leadership position. And now the Devil. Let's clarify him. And we get the Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let me pull one more to clarify this last card. And we get the Three of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So we have... This was, where is the person now that was paid to stay quiet? And you've seen several cards came out on who was paid. Somebody possibly that goes to church. Somebody that's possibly a leader in some way through communications. Some sort of communications a leader, like they have a leadership role when it comes to communications or ideas and thoughts. The devil was clarified by the Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be a warm place. Could be a warm mountainous place, and I say mountainous because if you look at the other side, you'll see a volcano. And then we get the same over here with the Three of Wands. Somebody could be also living near a wooded area. I hope that helped answer your question. I don't know anything about any of these people. Now, the person I'm about to ask about, I don't know that person's astrology sign. Okay. And I've already said that. The former director. The one that was in charge when Serenity went missing. Who is no longer the director. The question for Spirit is, why did the person in charge of the home retire so quickly? Why did he retire so quickly? So the first card I get is the Six of Wands. Celebrating some sort of victory, Wands being Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I don't think I have his... I don't think I have the director's... I'm not positive on the director's astrology sign. Let's put it that way. So the Six of Wands, to me, is a victory. Why did he retire so quickly? He sacrificed his job because of negative communication, or bad communication, or poor communication. No sign for this one, no astrology sign. This one is Aries, no, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This one is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the Ace of Cups. A new start. So he sacrificed his job because of some sort of communications and went on a new start. So let's clarify these cards. There was some sort of victory that took place that allowed him to sacrifice his job. Let's see what we get for clarifying cards. This should be interesting. Clarifying the Six of Wands, please. The Five of Pentacles, it's in reverse, is clarifying the Six of Wands. Pentacles being Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Again, we have the stained glass. That doesn't mean it's a church. But it could, however, reflect money. Because Pentacles reflects things we have value in. Our job, our home, our cars, our property, our money. Materialistic things. So this person was victorious in receiving. I don't think they received what they wanted to receive, or as much as they wanted to receive, but they made the sacrifice of the job. I mean, obviously they retired. And then we have the Judgment card in reverse. So is this person obsessed with money, and it led to a loss? Because the Five in reverse, that's a loss. And now the Seven of Swords. And it is clarified by the Hierophant. Like I said, the Seven of Swords was some sort of possibly negative communications, negative thoughts. But the Hierophant represents tradition and planning. So, did he plan on sacrificing his job to start a new one? Or to start something new? Let's see what the Ace of Cups gets clarified with. Ace of Cups. Thank you. We get the King of Wands is clarifying the Ace of Cups. Wands being Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The King is a motivated person. Very strong-willed, has experience. So whatever the new endeavor was, the new start, the Ace of Cups This person was had a lot of, has experience, is taking control. I hope that answered your question. I know I say that every time, but I say it simply because I'm not as familiar with this case as I am with some others, a couple of others cases. I've got 2 more questions. And this is an interesting one. Whose clothes was the dog given to use for Serenity scent? And I'm not going to clarify this one. I'm just going to see what Spirit tells me. So we have Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. It could have been Serenity's clothes. It could indeed have been Serenity's clothes. We also have stepdad. We have adoptive dad. And we have birth dad. Now, if it would have had to have been a child's item, I would think. The only item I could think of that could be given to law enforcement that wouldn't be an item of clothing would be maybe a blanket or a towel that she used. But if it was an article of clothing, it could have been another child that I don't have that child's astrology sign. Because I wouldn't even know where to begin. Because I don't know how many kids were in that home. So, if the scent dogs were given an article of clothing, not bed sheets, not blankets, not pillowcases, not towels, or anything like that, but actual clothing, I'd have to say it was Serenity's. Because I don't have, there's no way of getting astrology signs for any other child in that case. And the last question. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out either. This is another location question. But we'll see. Where did the scent end? I'm not sure how to answer that. He's on a horse, but I can't see. That could be the skull in behind him. Locations are very hard to pinpoint. Maybe a place, was there a place there? They may have had a fire pit, I don't know. Was there anything like a red flag? Or any type of flags? A flagpole maybe in the area? I don't know the area, I don't know what it looks like. Hopefully that answered your question, because as I said, I don't know what that area looks like, where the skull is. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section. I want to thank all my subscribers, my viewers. I send much love and many blessings to each and every one of you. As always, I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and before I go, let's all pray for little Serenity Dennard. It's been way too long for her. Two and a half years is way too long. So let's all say a prayer for her. I'll see you back next time. Have a wonderful day.